Okay, this is pretty darn cool. Stick around, I'm going to show you how to make crab cakes in a pizza oven. Welcome to the channel, everybody. I'm Mike the Stew Burner. I'm a retired Navy cook doing the thing that I love to do the most, and that is cook. Well, I like the bike ride too. So what are we going to be doing today? Well, you saw it, crab cakes. But not just any crab cake. These are fire roasted crab cakes made in my Gozney Pizza Oven. Yep, we're gonna continue testing the pizza oven and finding out exactly everything else other than pizza that you can cook in a pizza oven. Now, it doesn't even have to be a Gozney. It can be any pizza oven out there. There are a lot on the market, and a lot of people are getting into the pizza oven craze. So, without further ado, what are we doing today? We're doing crab cakes. I mean, crab cakes scream Maryland, okay? I have a full pound of jumbo lump. Look at that. It's jumbo, okay? One might call it colossal crab meat. And what we're going to do is we're going to take all of our ingredients here. It's going to be a traditional crab cake recipe. And in fact, they have a recipe right on the container here. So what goes into our crab cakes according to the recipe here? And let me tell you, this is from Maryland, okay? It's not from Virginia or Carolina or Louisiana. This is from Maryland. We've got a pound of crab meat. We got 1 egg. We're gonna have 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, a teaspoon, maybe 2 teaspoons of Old Bay, a teaspoon of mustard, and it calls for Worcestershire sauce, but I like to use soy sauce. We're gonna go in with about a teaspoon of soy sauce. That's it. Very simple. It calls for parsley flakes, but I'm not a big parsley flake guy in my crab cakes, so there you have it. All right, let's go ahead and get this started here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our wet ingredients first. We're gonna go in with our egg, our mayo, and our mustard, and our soy sauce here. Get it into our little bowl here, get it all mixed up, get the wet ingredients going. Then we're gonna throw in our dry ingredients. We have our crab meat here and cracker meal. Now, some recipes call for 2 slices of bread, crust removed. Some call for cracker meal. So what I did, I didn't have cracker meal, and I really didn't want to use the bread, but I had some saltines. So what I did was I took what I thought was about 2 slices worth of, 2 bread slices worth of crackers, and I've crunched them all up here in my little bag. All right, let's get mixing here. Egg goes on in there. Goes in the trash. 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. 1, 2. A teaspoon of mustard. There we go. And a teaspoon of soy sauce or Worcestershire sauce. Whatever touch your tutor. There we go. Bada bing. Now, I'm going to go ahead and find a whisk over here. I'm going to whisk this up. We're just going to whisk this up. We could put the Old Bay seasoning in here now. In fact, maybe that's what I'll do. I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons worth. 1, 2. Because you can, right? Because you can. I haven't used that phrase in a long time. Because you can. There we go. Our wet ingredients are all mixed up. Time to go in with our dry. There's our crab. And get this over here. Our cracker meal. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my little blue glove. That's hard to say for some reason. And get this mixed up. Now, before I mix this, let me add that, say you get one of these containers of crab meat, or somebody gives you a fresh pound of crab meat and you don't have the recipe on the container. Well, if you're using Old Bay, McCormick has a nice little recipe on there, and I've tried it. If you look back in one of my other episodes, I made my crab cakes utilizing that recipe. It comes out perfect, right? It has to. You get the whole reputation on that. All right, all we're gonna do is mix this up. Once this is mixed up, I got two little cooking containers here, cooking vessels, that I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in each and then form a crab cake. Now these are gonna be pretty big. That's supposed to be 1 pound, so it's supposed to be 2 crab cakes each. Now I'm being very careful as I mix this. I really don't want to break up those big chunks of crab meat, those back fins. And that is about where I'm gonna go with it. Now, I'm gonna go get another 2 gloves so I can form these up and get them into our pans. Alrighty, I'm all gloved up now. Before I start forming them up, let me put a little bit of olive oil in each vessel. Give it a little swirl. Coat the sides. That way these crab cakes won't stick to the pan. All right, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna even this out in my container here. And all I'm gonna do is kind of squeeze this in the middle evenly. And those are my 2 crab cakes. And I gotta tell you, one of the best places in Baltimore, what I'm doing also is I'm taking this, I don't know if you can see it well, and I'm kind of forming it to the side of the pan with my hand. There we go. So I'm kind of compressing them in, make a nice ball. What I was saying earlier, I was about to say, is that some of the best crab cakes in Maryland are down at Coco's, just outside of the city, heading towards Perry Hall, where we used to live. And they were about this size. Woo! Get over there. Almost softball size. So, Coco's, I'm coming for you, all right? All right, in the vessel it goes. And the thing about forming these to the inside of the pan, you've got very little left to do over here. And I'm not squeezing much. I'm just trying to get a nice perfect ball here. Look at that. In the vessel. Alrighty, what we're gonna do now while the pizza oven is heating up, I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the fridge for a few minutes. I'm gonna go out and check the pizza oven, and then we're gonna move outside and cook ourselves some nice flame roasted Maryland crab cakes. Don't go anywhere. This is gonna be good. All right, welcome back everybody, and I'm in a race with a thunderstorm here, so I think we're gonna get this in. I really do. All right, next thing up, we have our crab cakes here. We have my Gozney heated up over here. Right now it's sitting at about, let me see, 700 degrees. So that is good. I actually have it on high. Actually, I have it on low right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover each one of these. I'm gonna give it a little drizzle of olive oil on the top, just because I don't want the aluminum foil that I'm gonna tent over them to stick. There we go. So I'm gonna tent these. That's the reason why I'm gonna tent these, is that I do not want these to burn right out the gate. Cooking at a high temperature, okay? All in all, it's probably gonna take us about 15 minutes. I'm gonna get these in. Let these cook for about 5 minutes, then we'll come check on them, rotate them, cook them for another 5 minutes, check them, and then probably the last 5 minutes, if that, we'll go ahead, take the foil off, and brown it up a little bit. Put that little char on there. All right, we're gonna let these go for 5 minutes. Okay, the first 5 minutes is up, so let's go ahead and pull these out and see where we're at with them. Be very careful, these are hot. Make sure I don't drop these. Ah, looking good, needs to brown up. We'll give them a temp. Yeah, we got the bottom bubbling a little bit there. All good sign. Let me just give these a quick temp. Like I said, this has been 5 minutes so far. All right, we're about 100 degrees, so got a little bit to go, probably another 5 minutes. I think I'm gonna keep them tented because I don't wanna burn them yet. I really don't wanna burn them. We're gonna put that nice brown and char on them the last few minutes of the cook. Alrighty. These do not have to be covered tightly. They can be loose. We're just trying to protect them from the flame. Whew. Don't do what I'm doing right now. Well, actually you can now. I'm using a glove. All right, in they go. All right, another 5 minutes. I'll be back, trust me, I will. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, second 5 minutes down. Let's give these a pull. I'm starting to get some sprinkles. I'm getting concerned now. Mother Nature cannot be beating me today, but I don't know. All right, it's looking good. Give it another temp. Alrighty, we're at about 120. So in they go. We'll give them another rotate. Another 5 minutes and we should be there. You should smell this right now. I'm always saying that, I know, but really, these smells, fantastic. All right, 5 more minutes, and I think we're gonna be there. I really do. Mother Nature, she's messing with me today. I think I got maybe 5 more minutes before those guys start opening up on me. Little drips here, little drips. All right, I'll be right back. 1 minute to go, let's do some business. Episode shout out. And I have never done an episode shout out to these guys yet, so I apologize, but I'm making up for it right now. This episode is dedicated to the United States Coast Guard. All you coasties out there keeping the homeland safe. Yes, you're just as important as every other branch in the military. So this shout out is to you, the United States Coast Guard. All right, we're down to about the last 30 seconds here, and I knew this was going to work. I can just see it. I can smell it. It's not burning. I've got that little char going. I've got about another 10 seconds. We're going to pull it out. We're going to let it cool down, and then we're going to try it. And I know it's going to be good. All right, we're there. Look at that. Got a little bit of a char. Oh, I knew it. Another one. Perfect. Hey, Cocos, I'm coming for you. Papas, I'm coming for you. Jimmy Seafood, I'm coming for you. Oh yeah, 165. 169. It don't get any better than that. It doesn't get any better than that. All right, I need to close this because I'm gonna squeeze one more episode out of today. I'm going for the trifecta. I got one more thing coming, so you can stay tuned next week to see either, I don't know, it's the wings or the flatbread or these right here. All right, my God, they smell so good. They're not burned. Oh, tiny little char on them, nice and brown. Wow. I'm gonna let them cool down just for a second. Actually, not more than a second. I'm gonna probably let them cool down for at least 2 minutes, and then we're gonna try it. Well, you know what time it is. It's time to try these things. And let's go. Let's go right in here. Oh, I'm not picking this up with my hands. And you know why. It's hot. Alrighty. Get the heck out of Baltimore. Oh yeah. Crab cakes. Pizza oven. You gotta try it. You saw just how easy it was to make. I mean, you can't go wrong with the recipe on the back of the Old Bay or the local crab guy who picked the crab and put it in a little container. You can't go wrong with those recipes, and they're all pretty much the same. Trust me. The only thing that I would do differently right now would be to finish these off with just a sprinkle of Old Bay. That's it. And because I just did that, I'm gonna go ahead and give it another try. You can't beat it. Honest to God, it's all how easy it was to make. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and most importantly, share. And right over there, don't hit my pizza oven, hit the logo. It makes it so much easier to subscribe to the channel. So until next time, thanks, and we'll see you.